Hello and welcome to the E14 Gamecast. I'm your host Rob Wade and I'm joined by Blake Harmer, bloop, 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 and Brad Hummer Barnes.
Hey!
So we have a listener question to get to, which I think is going to keep us going for the whole episode. But just before we do, I'd just like to take the opportunity to give a shout out to somebody who left us a really nice iTunes review. So this is a shout out to Mike Foy. So he was very kind enough to write, this is my favourite UK gaming podcast, because the hosts don't try to give you the impression that they have some magical insider industry knowledge and just talk about their enjoyment of playing games. The Eldritch Horror episode is the highlight of the podcast released by E14, and I really look forward to similar episodes in the future. Well, Mike, thank you very much for giving us a review.
Absolutely.
It's really very kind of you. The rating is very much appreciated. Sorry, Blake.
That's all right.
Patent pending.
Truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. And I would love to do more stuff like that. Horror one as well.
Absolutely. I'm kind of. It's about striking a balance between making it a big event.
I'd say that's the one episode I'm not on.
But I don't think that he didn't say in there
more often.
Yeah, he didn't say in there. Fuck Blake.
Yeah.
So, mainly. Well, having said that, Mike, if you could,
I really like the show.
Or do you know what we should do?
I really like
Manchester Madness 2.
I don't know. Yeah,
It's so fucking good.
It's really good. I
really like the show, except that lispy one.
Yeah. It hasn't got a lisp. It's clean glasses.
Anyway, yeah. So our listener question, going back to the actual Gamecast itself, comes from a listener called Rob Deane.
Hello, Rob.
Who we've all met.
Yes.
Before.
He's my favourite Rob.
Well, fuck you too. So, Rob writes thusly. Hi there, Emotionally 14 crew. Yes, I called you a crew.
No.
His words. What with one thing or another, I kind of missed a generation of consoles. I got a PS3 and a Wii late in the last generation, had plenty of games to see me through when the Xbox One and PS4 were released, so I thought I'd save some money and see which way the Forever War, or Console War as it's sometimes known, would lean, before jumping in and getting whichever console came out on top. Or whichever one more of my friends had, or had the best exclusives, or was cheaper. You get the idea. Mm-hmm. It looked like decision time would come this November, but then both cunning, competing, console-creating corporations took the impending festive season as the cue to simultaneously and concurrently undercut the competition by reducing prices and also take a leap, half leap maybe, into new technology by releasing upgraded versions of each console. There is a lot to consider. Many of my friends have Xbox Ones, and online play with friends is a big draw, and also my wife and I are both looking forward to Resident Evil 7, which is likely to be PS4 exclusive. The new versions of the consoles are there in both slim and upgraded specs, and then there's UHD and VR support on the horizon. And then there's the Nintendo Switch. What does the Gamecast team, yes you are a team now, so we were a crew a second ago, we've changed already, make of this troubling state of affairs, and what advice would you give to someone like me entering the console market at this time? Are the new versions of the old consoles worth the asking price? Is anyone still worried about backwards compatibility? Does anyone really care about VR gaming? Are there enough opportunities in this topic to make fart and penis jokes? All the best, Rob. Well, Rob, thank you very much for emailing in. And listeners who want to do the same, you can do so at podcast@emotionally14.com, preferably with the subject of either Crazy Train or Gamecast, depending on which podcast you're trying to access. But to Rob's question. So we'll break it down into stages.
Okay.
So first question, First question is, would you at this stage go for the upgraded consoles or would you stick with the originals?
I've not done first-hand research. The general impression I'm getting from everyone, be it friends, journalists, articles I've read, people or contacts I have through journalism, is there's no, for the PS4 upgrade, there's no noticeable edge unless you have a seriously high-def TV setup.
Yeah, okay. I think what Brad's saying is, the PS4 Pro and the upcoming Scorpio, to me, they are updated graphically, but only for 4K resolutions.
Yeah, but they've also said they're not going to be doing like a halfway. You're not going to get a game come out for the PS4 which is only going to work on the upgraded one. Yeah. They're still using the PS4 as a baseline, so what's the point in the upgrade?
I think
isn't the point of consoles that it's standardised?
Well, that's kind of what they're doing in a way. They're keeping the platform the same this way around, but they're releasing, like you said, a higher fidelity version.
I think it can run in a nicer bit, or it might run a little bit faster, or it might run...
Because I remember the Scorpio...
But really, you're not going to notice a huge...
No, unless you've got a really nice TV.
Yeah.
And even then, for the price difference, I still think you'd be better off with the baseline PS4.
Yeah, I mean...
what is the price difference they're estimating?
I'm Must admit, I don't know.
We got a computer online. We could.
Yeah, I'll have a quick
fact check.
Fact check. Patent pending.
I think another podcast used it.
I think you're right.
Wacky Coach.
Right, so it looks like...
That's Blake's fact check music, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for that,
I
Blake.
think it's Girl from Panamina, actually. So, Blake, while Rob's doing the fact check, PS4 or Xbox? Correct, PS4.
If I was to say my personal favourite, it would be the PS4.
Yeah. Is that because you like user interfaces?
But I'm not a fan of the Xbox One's. Even it took me ages to get my head around it, and then they changed it to the way it is now, and it's still taking me a while to get my head around it.
I would say PS4 purely on the grounds for me personally.
You don't have the other one, and thus have no knowledge.
Purely for me personally. There's no Xbox exclusives that have seemed to have grabbed my interest that I'm aware of.
That's fair enough.
Whereas for PS4 exclusives did grab my interest. I think God of War is still PS4 exclusive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Until Dawn was what swung me. So that was just a personal taste thing. And it's the only one which kept me hanging on thinking, maybe Xbox was Titanfall. And now Titanfall 2 is coming cross-platform.
Yes.
So that's why I would.
And by all accounts, it's fucking great. By the way.
Yeah. I've recently
really
finished
finished
it. It's amazing.
I saw it in the PS4 online store, and as usual, it was some bizarre price figure. Without
a couple of quids.
For all I know, the owner of Sony comes and just jams your debit card up your arsehole. So I'll wait for a disc. I think.
Other digital services are available to anally violate.
But I go through Mr. Xbox, you will never get away from user interface, although that's what he calls it.
I'm alright with the user interface on Xbox. I think the store in PS4 is much superior.
I would say the PS4 layout is clearer.
I've never been a fan of the cross-media bar on PS4.
Mm-hmm. But I find that the library is probably the weakest part of the PS4.
Oh, the library is shocking, yeah.
Which they are trying to make better, so hopefully in a couple more updates it will get better. But apart from accessing settings, accessing the store...
Settings...
All the library needs is a text list of the titles you own.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
How easy is it?
I like the fact that when you stick in a disc, it brings the most recent game to the fore.
Yeah.
And also, the last few games you played. So if you went I'm bored out, I'm going to play... my fallback game when I've got a spare 10 minutes is always Resogun. It's been Resogun since I got the PS4, and it always will be.
Fun game.
Or Broforce, yeah.
That's right.
I picked up No Man's Sky for that purpose, is to be my
I thought you weren't keen on the idea.
I got it for £12.
Okay.
At that point.
I didn't pay a lot of money when I got it. It's okay for a player having a bit of a play about for a little while.
Have a shit.
It's not a game you can get invested as a main game because you will be bored up. You could probably play it for a couple of hours tops. And
I kind of looked at it in the same way as when I bought Minecraft on the Xbox. It's like if I don't want to complete a narrative, if I just want to kind of veg out and just explore a thing, then I've got
that's what No Man's Sky
on my PlayStation. I haven't actually got any bullshit games I can just faff around on for 5-10 minutes. I've only got substantial games. Yeah, I want just like a standard arcade shooter is all I want.
Yeah,
Resogun.
Yeah, okay, I'll check that.
That's basically Defender on speed.
Right, have we got the fact check back?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So the PS4 Pro price at the moment, the holding price is $350. So it's in line with the original launch price.
Yeah. Okay, so how much will the baseline PS4 go for these days?
You can get one with a game for about $280.
You're not going to... Are you going to get 70 quid worth of difference?
No, I thought so.
So I think...
I mean, obviously the Scorpio is a bit of an unknown quantity at this point.
I have not heard...
Yeah, but the way that people told it to me at E3, where it was described at E3, sounded like it was going to be like the PS4 Pro. Granted, more powerful.
Yeah.
But I think it will be doing the same sort of
thing. Totally.
What I would say is I've not heard a single person, be it face-to-face, online, reading articles, anywhere, who said, yeah, definitely get the upgraded one.
Yeah.
No one has said that.
It depends. It is relative to your setup. If you've got the money and you have the la-di-da 4K telly and you watch all your 4K thing and you got the VR, then the PS4 Pro probably is the way to go.
If you just want to buy it to play the games that you can play now.
With VR, I'm still waiting on that because I want to see what becomes of it. It looks fun. I want to have a go of it. But do I want to spend 350 quid on it?
It's a hell of a gamble on a peripheral, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks.
Which with Sony is not a safe bet.
No,
it looks great, but I mean, like, it's even some games. I know they were on PC originally, but it's little things like Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Yeah,
those sort of party games. I thought they'd be brilliant for.
See, what bugs me about this is what bugs me about PS4 at the moment, right? And this is something that's it's not. It doesn't seem so bad on Xbox. Maybe it's just the way they market it and stuff. PS4 does seem to have been marketed as for indie game players, but I have a Steam account for that. Okay. It doesn't seem like, especially when you think of like the Plus games in the last couple of months, because like the one we just had was Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, which I played and I enjoyed.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it's a perfectly good walking
very
experience.
slow.
It may be grass is greener, but I do think Xbox gets the better games.
I think the last couple of months Xbox has been slightly stronger. Yeah. Not by a huge amount, but
actually, I think PS4 was going through a rough patch in the last couple of months. Has got better value.
Certainly been better, yeah, for sure.
But then again, I wasn't sure if Microsoft also had a couple of bad months.
Yeah,
I felt like I thought the one, I think it wasn't this month you on, it was the month before, the one when they had the baseball game. I didn't think that was a very strong.
It's quite fun show.
I've not played it.
No,
but I mean, as a month when I was looking at the games, I went, none of those games interest me.
No, I downloaded the baseball game, played it the other night. It's quite fun. It's very cartoonified. It's like
oh yeah, I'm sure it's okay. But I haven't actually even touched Dungeon Bros or whatever.
I've got to try it.
No, I played that for a bit. I wasn't really keen on it.
I've heard it's a bit pants, so
it's fine. I think it's more one of those games that can't be played by yourself. It's just not much fun. It's one of those ones like Gauntlet where it's better to have like a small group.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got that feeling when I played Night Squad.
Yeah, similar thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we're saying, so the verdict is, if you go in PS4, stick with the standard version. Unless
we know very little about the Scorpio.
So I have not.
What about the Xbox One S?
Well, the slimline, the slimline PS4 and the Xbox One S.
Yes, there's a slimline Xbox. It's just come out.
And the slimline PS4's come out as well, hasn't it?
Did it actually change any of the internal components, or is it just a body?
It's a little bit. Yeah, it's changed a little bit. I think it does 4K video from like a 4K source, which it didn't do before. Okay. But it doesn't change the games.
The Xbox One S has got a 4K player in it as well.
Yes, you're right. 4K Blu-ray player, so that's also...
But the PS4 Pros decided not to have a 4K player because they've just gone... They don't think the market is in 4K players. They think the market's in digital.
Skip a generation. Yeah.
Well, they think it's going to be digital now.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Which, to be fair, I'm not that... That's one of the reasons I've not been that fussed about 4K video at the moment, because
it's possible that digital will be the dominant format. I think digital's had so many years where it hasn't just really taken off, and I think it's because pricing's an issue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because some of the pricing differences are fucking obscene.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even just forgetting games for a second, just talking about music and like music, I feel like they nailed it. Like the sort of 60 to 80p a track, and if you want to buy the album, it's like 8 to 10 quid. Perfect. I'm alright with that because that's how much I probably
the downside
pay for a CD, less a few quid for digital being cheaper to make.
Yeah.
Games and movies and TV. TV
games,
especially.
Well out of way.
Games and TV definitely don't work. Films aren't as bad.
Films are okay if you pre-order or if they are advertised as being in a sale. So you go, if you just go, I haven't seen Predator 2 for ages, I'll see how much it is on iTunes, you're going to get it catheterised. It's awful.
Yeah, whereas if it's in a sale, it might be £4. It's like, okay.
But normally if you buy a new film that's just come out, and obviously they release a week early
They've got better.
They will be the same price as they'll be on Blu-ray. The only downside is that you won't get all the special features.
That's often you do.
Can.
For iTunes you get special
features.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do, but not always. I mean, I find when I buy for Amazon, I very rarely get special features. Or they're tacked
use Apple like a grown-up.
Other services are available.
I don't have an Apple TV.
And they let you do stuff all by yourself. Yeah. Anyway, so we're saying for PS4, stick with the original.
Yeah.
For Xbox, go S or just go normal?
S, I suppose, future-proof if you do get a 4K TV later.
See, that would be my thinking. If you're going to get a 4K TV and the 4K Blu-ray player,
that's the thing. In my mind,
something.
In my mind, maybe I'm regressive. Maybe that's my problem. But
it's often been said.
I don't see myself getting a 4K telly for quite a while, so I don't.
Yeah. Well, we've got. I think ours is 4K ready. Apparently that means the same thing, but actually we don't have a source to test it with.
It's probably a bit like HD ready with like 720p when it's not 1080p. So it might not be.
I don't know.
It might be. 2K, it might be 2K, or whatever.
Yeah,
that's EA Sports game.
Well, then even 4K.
They did buy
that sounds weird.
UHD is just double the resolution. It's not. It's not actually 4K.
Oh yeah, no, I know. They just changed it to make it sound cooler.
It's just called 4K because.
They did it lengthways rather than widthways or whatever it is.
I do you lengthways rather than widthways.
Oh yeah. That
went to places.
Dark places. Oh yeah, Cox. Anyway, next.
Oh yeah, we need to work in the odd dick and fart joke anyway. Right, so the next question is backwards compatibility worth buying an Xbox for?
How far backwards compatible is the Xbox?
Xbox 360.
So if you have an Xbox One, you can play Xbox 360 games on.
Certain
As
ones.
well as Xbox One games.
They're
And
adding
Xbox
more.
One.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Xbox One.
So basically, what they've done is they've done it on a software level, but the publishers have to say yes to it. So basically, Microsoft have done it so that it'll work with any game.
Yeah.
But it's up to the publishers to be able to say yes, activate it for backwards compatibility.
Fine. I would say, while theoretically, I really like the idea of backwards compatibility. In actuality, since going to a PS4, I haven't switched my PS3 on.
No, that's fair enough. I've certainly weaned off my other consoles.
Yeah.
The
I've
360's gone because everything's on Xbox
I
One.
mean, I have my PS3, but I have it upstairs, and I must admit, it gets used more as
I would say
the Netflix thing upstairs rather than.
I would say realistically, buy a PS4 and just download a MAME emulator.
If you can do that, I don't know.
I don't think you can.
No, you'd have to break your.
No, I mean onto your PC. I don't.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was like going. Yeah, we're talking about piracy here.
MAME isn't piracy.
No, but if you did it on a PS4, it might be.
It's perfectly legal to download a MAME emulator. It's not legal to download the ROMs, which I'm not suggesting any of you would do. You just happily play the emulator on its own.
Yeah. Which I think is fair enough.
Yeah.
And
Unless
of
you own
course,
the
if you
original
had the
game.
ROMs,
Or you, yes,
and of
or
course,
you-
if you had the ROMs, you would
some
own
of you
copies
can
of
put
the
the Jammer
games.
board in if you own the Jammer board.
Yeah.
Although, it does go without saying all these ROMs are just floating around the internet if you know how to use a search engine.
Well,
Not that any of you would do that.
Yeah. There's also abandonware websites where you can download loads of stuff. for history to
A
go.
good chunk of the stuff that's on MAME is abandoned.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In which case,
Yeah.
E14 Gamecast clearly endorses legal means of appreciating old games.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, there are ROMs for games which are still in copyright out there, but we're not saying that we or any of you should download them.
Absolutely
Because that would be bad.
We would not be bad.
We are
at
for
that.
the big.
We are for the big.
Because that would be wrong.
Yeah.
So
Seriously, Super Street Fighter Puzzle Fighter is out there.
that was on PS3.
So I would say,
Yeah, it was crap on PS3.
so speaking,
All right for 2 players.
It was so easy on PS3.
Yeah.
so speaking from the point of view of the Xbox, I do like that the backwards compatibility is there, and I have dug in,
and I like
played
the games with
occasionally.
gold add
I like that too.
games to it. That I mean, so next month obviously we're getting Burnout Paradise. Okay, old
download
game,
it
but
on
that
Xbox
is
One.
that you can download and you can play it for your
Yeah,
Xbox One.
that is a nice.
So that's how they do it. Is basically if it's not already backwards compatible by the time it's announced for games with gold, that's when it will be backwards compatible.
okay,
So
cool.
if it's not already been done, it will be that.
Yeah,
day.
so you can still put your physical disc in and
Yeah,
your.
yeah. Sometimes the
Right.
games have already been made available backwards compatible.
Yeah, sure.
In which case, you
Kind of
can
like
put
what
also
PS3 did with PS1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And also
Except
there
it's
are
not so
some-
expensive.
yeah.
It's all free.
Yeah, sure.
And also there's some great backwards compatible
They really
360 games, obviously, because
Yeah.
I mean there's the Fable games. There's
It
Mass
did seem
Effect.
odd that PS4
Red
didn't
Dead.
make itself backwards compatible with PS3.
No,
but
they
like
did
I
that.
say, in actuality, I haven't missed it.
They've done the PlayStation Now thing if you really wanted to
The-
do it,
and
which
I
has
was-
the benefit of you can do through the PC if you
Yeah,
want to.
I will say this on the subject of PlayStation now. I still think that's far too expensive.
Oh yeah, I don't
$12.99
agree with the price.
What is it? Sorry.
It's basically a streaming service where you can play PS3 games. It's $12.99 a month.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
No, that's what I said. I looked through the catalogue to think if it was worth trying the free week for a game because I was thinking, if there's a game I've not played, I could
If
probably
the Punisher's on there.
I could get the week
know,
thing.
it is.
That's worth 120 quid a year.
But the other thing
Yeah,
I
to be
could,
fair.
I thought I could have got the free week, binged that one game, and then
Yeah.
cancelled it. But then I was looking at it and went, no, all the games on there are games that they've all given away with PlayStation Plus at some point
Yeah.
on PS3,
Yeah.
and they're all sitting on my hard drive. So
Not being
if I
down.
really, if they're games I've not
Yeah.
played, I could easily just go upstairs and play them.
Yeah. So for PS4, you'd not really found you missed it. For Xbox, I'd say it's pretty cool.
It's a nice touch, yeah.
Maybe if it
It doesn't
was
detract.
feasible for me, I would use it more. There's the temptation to be there, but I haven't ever gone, I really fancy playing a PS3 game.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been alright with playing HD Remake because obviously I know you love Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah, that was fun to play again. Yeah.
Well, was there another HD Remake you played recently?
I don't think Sleeping Dogs was an HD remake. I got like the game of the year, and I think they tweaked the graphics ever so slightly. I wouldn't have called it an HD remake like Grim Fandango.
Yes,
I know
Exactly.
quite a few people I know have, like, rebought Skyrim.
I'm
I'm personally-
Skyrim fan.
I thought I'd sunk enough hours into it, and I'm already working
That's
through
why I'm
Fallout's
tempted.
DLC at the moment. So I thought Bethesda's my bitch at the moment. Anyway.
Yeah, I've also got the
I'm-
Witcher game of the year waiting to be played, so I'm
Yeah.
not going to be playing
I've
anything
got the standard edition, not the Game of the Year, but I'm in the same.
To be honest, out of the two Bethesda games that's come out recently, Skyrim isn't the one I'm interested in. So it's definitely Dishonored.
Yeah, that's fair.
That does look good.
Right, so moving on to the next question.
I suppose really our answer is it depends how interested you are in playing older
the
games.
old stuff. If you have the games,
I got the feeling it's going to be the old stuff.
Well, having said that, he didn't mention that he had a 360. He said PS3 and Wii, so there wouldn't.
He said he
be
has a lot of friends with
There's
Xbox
no
One.
Yeah,
I don't. I'm not really the best person because I don't play a lot online. But how is Xbox One's live settings?
Suits, solid. No issues. No really fixed.
I've played a couple of times on PS4 and I've been fine.
Yeah, it's not really fixed what hasn't been broken. Really, I know
Sony had serious problems on PS3. I didn't know
they. Excuse me. I know that they've added a few features to Xbox recently. So, for example, you can set up your own club, which is like a little group of friends that it will always group together for you, so you can see if they're online first rather than You've got favourite players on Xbox, but they kind of they mix in depending on whether they're online or not. Whereas club, I think, differentiates them out even further and sticks them in their own separate little section. And you can also do looking for group, which is just I want to play this game, and you just form a party of random people who are also playing that game.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I have dipped into online games. Like I've gone like I finished the campaign of Titanfall, and I was like, I'll see how different the multiplayer is.
Yeah,
not a lot.
I bet. Yeah,
it's very similar to Titanfall.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah, no, it's no problem. There's just the different mech types now and stuff like that. It plays very similarly.
I'm hearing rumblings because at the time of recording, this is pre-Black Friday, and I've heard rumblings it's going to drop to £20 in HMV.
Wow!
So I'm
for PS3,
for PS4 and Xbox One.
£20
for
a PS4.
No,
for
Titanfall 2.
Oh,
yeah. Still a good deal though.
Well, yeah. I mean, I might have gambled on an Xbox for £20.
Yeah, I'd hope so at the £20.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
fucking hell, my hand's not as strong as we thought. I
mean, I've always been more of a Sony pony I bought the 360 and I bought the Xbox One because I do like the exclusive. I mean, I do like the Halo games. Bit disappointed with the most recent Halo game because it was too short. But
what I love about Blake, when he starts talking about Xbox, he sounds like that drunken commercial of Visit Orson Welles where he's talking about champagne.
Yeah.
I buy the Xbox and the 360 Xbox One because I like the exclusives. Sorry, just an aside, carry on.
But
good luck following that.
Yeah, I was going to say, cunt. What was I going to say?
You're talking about exclusives. Why you buy an Xbox?
But I mean, I'll say some of the things. I mean, the big clinch for me as an exclusive was Quantum Break for me because I was like, loved Alan Wake. Yeah, Remedy are responsible for two of my favourite games of all time, which is Max Payne and Alan Wake.
Yeah.
Fair.
So I was like, they bring out another game, Xbox One, you say?
Max Payne versus Alan Wake.
The worst Marvel Capcom versus Capcom lineup you'll ever see. Two people in a fight to see who wins. One's got guns.
One's got a torch.
And it ends pretty much as you'd expect.
No, but
torch doesn't affect Max Payne. Just
Yeah, I must admit I've only played a little bit of Quantum Break, but I've really liked what I've played of it.
I haven't had a chance actually. It's one of the ones on my. It's one of the ones that's annoyingly on my pile because it's been there for quite a while.
Yeah, I sort of played like the opening mission and watched the first episode.
I've watched somebody play the first mission, so I'm kind of.
Yeah, I played the opening of the game and I watched the first episode of the TV series.
I do like the way they're handling. So, are you familiar with the TV series bit? No. So you download. You
play the game. You make a decision at the end, and then you watch an episode to see with the decision you make how it plays out.
Okay.
And it's like half hour. It's not long.
Yeah, they're not. They're sort of TV show length episodes.
Okay.
And the storyline of the TV show differs from based on what you've done in the game.
Okay, so like a choose your own adventure with the story, with choices happening every half an hour.
And I mean, it's got
to a point. Yeah, I mean, there's choices I think within the game as well.
Okay.
But
what's this game called? Sorry,
Quantum Break. It's like I say, it's the Alan Wake people.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
It's them trying something new. I know some people. It's been a bit marmitey with people in the community.
Is Xbox exclusive this one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Has it got Peter Stormare?
No, but it's got Aidan Gillen from Game of Thrones. Iceman from X-Men, the original X-Men movies.
Could be my wingman anytime.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be.
I've been enjoying that, and I have liked. Gears of War 4 was fine. It's a Gears of War game.
Yeah, I still haven't played that. Again, that's another one that's annoyingly on my pile.
But then again, much as I like the Gears of War games, and I've played them all, they are
pretty similar.
There is nothing that it does that doesn't. It's a Gears of War game.
Yeah, so you know what you're getting.
So
it's more the same
I think that's my
mechanic,
problem
right?
with them. I've never I like the Gears of War games, but I've never fallen in love with the Gears of War games.
Well, to be fair, they're not ready to love. They've kind of made it clear to me in passing.
I've fallen in love with the Uncharted games. I've not fallen in love with Gears of War.
So you're saying Uncharted puts itself.
I liked Gears of War better when it was called Space Marine.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think in a weird
you
way,
are a weird time traveller.
In a weird way, I think
Gears of Warhammer.
In a weird way, I like Space Marine probably a little bit more because I like the fact it was set in the Space Marine universe. Yeah. But also
chainsaws on the guns, Blake. Come on.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is my biggest problem.
Well, yeah.
I think it's when Aaron reviewed it on the
40k
website.
doesn't have chain gun blades.
That's the thing that annoyed me because with one bit of Aaron's review, he went, "Oh, they've added all these new guns. They're great," and I went, "Who's using the different guns? I've never used.
I've still got the machine gun with the chainsaw on the bottom. Why would I not?
I occasionally I try the guns.
Yeah.
But
that's certainly a gun. Back to this one then.
Yeah, that's the thing. I spend most of the game with the Lancer. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of with you on that one. That's probably my preference.
Yeah. Occasionally I might change to the shotgun. That's about it.
I really feel like pushing the boat out. I might turn to gardening implements.
What does everybody make of the Switch?
I know nothing about it whatsoever.
Right.
I've only seen the video.
I probably should have forewarned you of that.
Have they announced the price yet?
No, I've heard rumblings it's going to be £200.
That will be very tempting then.
Yeah. So basically, it's like
it's one of the first Nintendo consoles I've been interested in. That's saying
something. Can you do me a favour, Blake? Can you pop over to the next to the couch, the Wii U controller,
and never come back.
It's just if you stand up.
Yeah,
the Wii U controller is a thing that looks like a Nomad.
Yeah. So.
Honestly, the first time I saw a Wii U controller in the Windows CX, I thought they had a Nomad in stock.
Yeah, I can see that.
Nomad was for portable Mega Drive.
Yeah.
Just to explain to our younger listeners.
So, the way the Switch works. So for listeners, I've got the Wii U controller in my hand. I'm just kind of giving Brad an idea of how it differs.
Brad's little tabletop dice man. He needs all the magic boxes explaining to him.
What wizardry is this?
So the Switch, what it does is these two.
So where do you write your character's name?
Well, it's a touchscreen.
So okay, yeah. I've got a phone. Yeah.
So these two panels.
Yeah.
Come off.
Okay.
So when you're actually not
it's with the design flaw, isn't it?
Well, no, it's designed to. Right. When you're at home on the TV, you put this in a dock.
Okay.
You take the handles at the sides off.
Yeah.
You can either hold them in your hands like the Wii nunchucks.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you can clip them into like a little controller-shaped guide thing.
Okay.
And
yeah.
you play on the TV.
Okay.
The processing is done on the tablet, and I imagine there's probably something in the dock that maybe upscales the graphics, so it's going to be 1080p.
Yeah.
Which to
was
be
it
honest,
first for Nintendo?
No, actually, Wii U was.
Was it really?
Yeah,
okay,
Mario Kart especially was fucking gorgeous.
That was a pretty game.
But what happens is when you slide the controllers back into the tablet and lift it out, instantly it switches off the TV and onto the tablet, so you can play the full the same game on both screens. So the way the way it differs from the Wii U is the Wii U, some games required both screens at the same time.
Right.
And they used it to, reasonably good effect. Like Zombie U was quite fun. Because
I've played it on PS4,
yeah. So knackered that third-party support, that is.
So the way it was done on the Wii U was all your interactions with inventory and stuff were done on the pad in real time.
Kind of like the old DS.
Yeah, kind of. But all the interactions were done in real time, so it wouldn't pause the game while you're in your inventory. So if a zombie was coming on the telly and you're too busy looking at the screen,
that's cool.
You'd look up and go, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
But it was nice because it added a certain tension to it. The rest of the game, it's fine.
I played Zombie. It's not a Zombie View. It's probably Italian way, wasn't it, on PS4?
Yeah, with an eye.
Yeah, that's the Italian way.
Never played.
I played it once on PS4. I played it for 50 minutes, and when I died at the end of that 50 minutes, the last time it saved was the start of a tutorial, so I had to start all over again. And I never played it since.
Yeah, funny that.
Yeah,
I had a review once for that, like that.
Yeah.
Infernal Hell's Vengeance, because it became my.
I remember you hated
existence.
it. Got some pickles out of it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember because I played through it for must have been 2 or 3 hours, and I got quite far. I died, and I went, I guess I have to start from the beginning of the level. It took me back to the first level of the game. I was like, oh, you can fuck right off.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like 2009. Autosave is it's not hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it was okay. It just didn't
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Switch is basically that setup.
Yeah.
The room price point at £200.
Okay, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, and they're showing like things like you can share controllers for certain games, so you can actually just kind of tilt it.
Yeah.
You can use it like
And
Mario
use a
Kart
D-pad
style.
and 2 buttons,
Okay.
and yeah.
So it looks like a sort of a pair of like little NES controllers that
Yeah.
kind of clip onto the sides.
Okay.
But the trailer makes it look pretty cool, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the only thing I don't know is when they say that the whole bringing, you see people playing multiplayer games and bringing their little stick things.
Yeah,
I'm worried how easy will they be to lose?
I think
They're
probably
quite
gonna be fairly
small
easy to
pads.
use. But then you have also keep in mind got the little slidey thing.
And also, how
turn them
do
into.
they easily connect with another person's Switch?
I assume they're
Think
universal,
or
aren't
whatever.
they? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just as long as it's done easily. I mean, I know
Yeah.
pads you could just plug them into a USB stick and it takes 2 seconds. And
Yeah, yeah. So hopefully it'll be, if anything, it'll probably be easier than that because it's just going to be an analog switch. It'll just come in and go. There is a controller attached. Maybe it won't even limit to
it might, yeah.
It's Blake's. It might just be.
it's
like,
more how,
there is a D-pad. I will
It's more
use
how
D-pad
it's
controls.
just. I'm just interested to see how it works.
Yeah, totally.
That's
I'm very
more
intrigued.
my thing. I like the idea. I know that they showed the Skyrim Special Edition as one of the
Yes.
games,
Which
which is
to me
nice. The
is
fact that
cool.
they have Skyrim on a Nintendo console.
Yeah, and also being able to play Skyrim on the train. Yes, please.
Okay,
Yeah, that was a nice idea behind it.
And also the advantage of being on Nintendo consoles, if you find Skyrim really hard, Luigi will just turn up and play it for you.
Still doesn't make any fucking sense to me. That. Not that I'm complaining. I got through the whole game.
Nintendo making easy games. Yeah, that's pretty standard.
So yeah, I mean, my answer to the Switch question is I think it looks pretty cool, and I'm probably going to get one.
Yeah.
I'll
Is
be-
it backwards compatible or is it?
They haven't said, but
some of the
it's-
things they showed was like Splatoon, but I didn't know if that was a sequel
That
to Splatoon.
that looked like a new one to me.
Okay, bow to
the
your-
thing is, the thing that makes me think they're not going to be able to backwards compatible it is because they come on flash cards rather than discs.
Oh yeah, and
but
also
there may
they've
be a way
announced.
around it. I don't know.
I think the other thing is that they've announced that obviously some versions of games are coming later.
Yeah.
Like they said, Zelda's coming on the Wii U first.
no, they're doing both at the same time. I think now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When I saw an
March.
article a while saying that it was going to be later, but maybe not.
It's going to be March, I think, and which is when the Switch comes out. Which is bizarre because it's like 4 months away, and we don't know nearly fuck all about
There's
it.
Until Dawn coming out of it.
They haven't said. I wouldn't have thought so.
I wonder if Brad's biased. Although, even though it took me ages to, I
That
would
would
concur that
literally
Until
be-
Dawn is a fucking fantastic game.
That would literally be the first time that has ever happened. No, couldn't do it. It's fun to hear that one said rather than written down. So what's the thoughts on VR? I'm going to say, first of all, that I think it's really cool tech, but I don't think it's for me at all.
I want to try it, but I want to.
Not pay a $5 to try it.
I think that's the thing. That does annoy me because I feel that any demo unit in the world you can play for free.
To play devil's advocate, from experience of...
I can understand what game's doing it. I can understand in a way that they had to have man service and they don't want that person walking off with 350 quid's worth of stuff.
But there's
That's
that
a
too.
man service, do they?
Well, they have a manager there that keeps an eye on them, basically.
Yeah, basically they've got
And
an
talks you
allocated
through it
amount
and
of
that.
stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Part also because of injury liability. Because if some twat goes over and punches a girlfriend in the face, accidentally, in quotes,
Yeah, no, I do understand that VR creates more problems than playing a static
Standalone
controller
thing, yeah.
in a demo booth.
because I mean, from experience of working in a game shop, that caused a lot of issues. Just having the standalone consoles, the controller leads break all the time because people are slamming them, going like, "Oh, fucking stupid game" and stuff because they lost on FIFA or Christ knows what. So I only imagine.
Yeah, no,
the
I have
VR
been in shops and there's some kids that are really, really violent.
They
with
get
their
really
pads.
into there, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there going, it's just a fucking game.
Yeah. But then they hear you and just turn around and beat the crap out of you.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then say things about my mother, like every multiplayer game.
And there's a teabag you. You're just like, this is real life. Leave me alone. What about you, Brad?
I don't think VR's going to take off. If it does, I don't think it'll be for a while yet. I don't think its time's come yet.
I kind of with you on that one. I think it's going to have its niche, and I think its niche will be stronger than most niche properties usually are.
I think it could be easy. So, like I think I mentioned the last episode about the Ghostbusters thing, Madame Tussauds in New York's
Yes.
got. I think that it will probably work as an attraction, as an event, as an experience, as a home console. Maybe not yet. Maybe one day, but I don't think it's yet. Also, the other problem you have is setting the pattern painting. The idea is that you don't actually want a thing to be the thing it's representing.
Yeah.
I remember there's a film theorist, I wish I could remember his name, so I do actually have a degree in film studies, and I should remember more of it than I do, but that's brain death for you. And and there was a film theorist at the time, he said films, and I'm going back a bit, this is like the 50s, he was right, he said films should not be 3D, films should not be colour. He was opposed to sound being in films because he says the more a film becomes like real life, the less it becomes art.
Okay.
There has to be something, like the best way of describing it is, how detailed could you make a sculpture of an engine before it stopped being a sculpture and became an engine?
Yeah.
Okay, you start making
you
it a
can put
metal.
sound on it.
You give them, you've got a wooden engine. You make it a metal to make it realistic. You give it more moving parts, and eventually you've made an engine. And if VR is going to be too close to real life, and actually what you want is you want to sit and relax in your couch with your pad.
Yeah.
I
This
think
is why it's not for
maybe I'm projecting too far ahead or getting too pretentious about it, which is always a possibility with me. But there's, to me, in any event, I think VR, if it does take off now, will have the lifespan of something like 3D TVs did at home, which was a matter of 2 years tops.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. So maybe VR will come back, but I don't believe it's now.
No, I think I'm kind of with you on that one. I think.
I think it looks fun, and as I said, if I knew someone that had one, I could just go around the house and have a go of it.
Oh, I do.
That might sell it for me. That might. If it really truly blew me, because I've watched someone play on one. I've watched people play on them, and it does look fun. Some of the games that I've seen that they displayed, there's some nice ideas. They at least seem to be trying things with the tech. As I said, it's not like the Wii, which just developed onto an on-rail shooter, and that's about it.
Didn't start off that way. Though.
No, they tried. They just failed.
Exactly.
And VR, hopefully, VR does have its light gun games.
So come back to me when Blake's finished. That's all.
All right.
VR does have its light gun games.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem. They are at least going, oh no, this is a thing. Or they're releasing games and gone, we can actually improve this game with a VR headset if you have it. So like they've done a re-release of Reds, the PS2 with Mac.
God, that must be fucking intense.
Yeah,
It's
apparently
like
they said it's a great game in its own right.
It's a VR one.
Yeah, I think there's another rhythm actually game that's come out called Thumper or something.
Okay.
And in both games you can play. You don't need the headset to play. You can play them normally, and they use a pad even when because that's the thing. You have a pad and you're playing with the headset. I think that's what they said. One of the problems with a headset is even if you're having a party game with a headset, because obviously you can't see the pad. It assumes that you know where the buttons are. Yeah. I mean, obviously,
we'd still struggles with what the shape layout.
We'd be okay. But obviously, people who don't play games, they're not going to know where triangle is, or L1 or R2 or whatever.
Oops.
And that's why I think you're right about it being kind of a niche product, is because it relies, it's kind of taps into, and it sounds a bit kind of bold to say, but I'm going to walk it back a bit after I say it. It taps into the self-centered view of the hardcore gamer, which is to say that if I get it, everybody must, because it's obvious to me. That's it's obvious.
Yeah.
So it's not just that, it's a simple thing because I've taken the time to learn and understand it. It must be simple because I understand it now. So if it's the kind of people, it's the difference between people who talk you through the rules of something when you're playing it for the first time, and the people who are like, "What, are you fucking stupid?" when you don't get it when you've never played before.
One time I did that.
I mean, when I've played games with cats, sometimes she forgets where some buttons
Yeah.
are. Sometimes I'm like, fine, you don't play on a hat.
You don't use it often enough.
You don't play on a controller as much as me.
Also, kick guts.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said she would never, ever, ever play that game, by the way. She's seen me swear at Dark Souls and Bloodborne enough. So.
Fair enough.
Is it nearly as much as me playing Blood Bowl? Because every single player on my team seems to have two left hands.
Catch the fucking ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I shout the word twat 28 times a turn.
Instead of the Bloodborne, Dark Soulsy, you died coming up on the screen, is it just turn over?
Yeah. Might as fucking will be.
Do you ever get the commentators just break scripts and go, "What the fuck was that?"
Anyway, this is going to sound like a joke, but it's not. What's going to break VR is the same thing which broke home video, DVD, and internet video streaming, which is the porn industry.
Oh, totally. There's already there was a piece ran earlier part of this year, just after, I think, just around E3 or just after, which was somebody's first-hand experience having played a VR porn experience.
Yeah.
And they did a little video interview of him afterwards, and he was just like, that That was certainly a thing I did.
Yeah.
It was a bit, yeah.
How was your trip to the Uncanny Valley?
Yes. And but it wasn't an animated thing. It wasn't like a CG thing. It was a real interactive thing where they actually had a girl kind of wander up to the camera,
walking around,
whap a cock out or whatever.
Oh wow! Okay.
So you're actually sitting there while this, if you look towards the thing, the
But
girl
that's the thing
walks towards you and stuff. And stuff.
But that looks a bit odd because surely a VR experience is the idea that you can look around in 360 degree space.
Yes.
So that means that if you really are, nah, not for me. Oh look, there's a poster on the wall.
Junk.
Yep, that's definitely some junk.
So we're saying then that the PS4 Pro wouldn't be worth it just for the VR.
No, I'm saying it's worth it just for the port.
I mean, you can use the VR.
Fair
on
enough.
You can get VR on a normal console anyway.
This is true. If you some of the headsets are expensive though, like because the HTC one.
Well, yeah, that's the only thing. The only benefit of a PS4 VR
is the price.
Is the fact it is, even though it's 350 quid, it is still the cheapest form of headset. Obviously, if you want,
it's Gogglebox, it's Google Cardboard.
Google Cardboard. Yeah. But I mean, if you want the either the HTC Vive or the Oculus Rift, they're a lot more. They're like double the price.
What is interesting about VR is Apple haven't done anything with it.
No, they haven't.
Which makes you wonder what they're working on. 6
years from now, they will come out and say, we've decided to innovate VR.
Yeah.
And we've got this cable that means you have to buy a new thing that none of your stuff works with. Get dicked. We are Apple, the dongle company you love.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
I was disappointed, incidentally, on the subject of tech companies, that Microsoft have basically kind of said that HoloLens is going to be a developer-focused thing rather than a consumer-focused thing.
Well, I wasn't sure what they're doing with it, to be honest. It seems to be.
It's AR.
It still feels like far away, even though it's not.
Yes, it's augmented reality rather than.
Yeah, is that the thing that I saw? Is it an E3 where they did that thing with Minecraft?
Yes.
Yeah. That looked really cool. Kat actually wanted that.
It looked so awesome, that fucking HoloLens demo. They had somebody playing Minecraft, but they were projecting the world onto the table in front of them.
Okay.
It was like augmented reality. It was fucking incredible.
And he was zooming out and he was looking at rocks underneath the ground and stuff like that.
So you could zoom out right out on the map with your hands and stuff like that. And
yeah,
he had a controller.
It looked unreal.
Still,
I don't know how.
Looked like Unreal.
Yeah, no, dated badly.
Which is bloody good trick for Minecraft.
Yeah.
A game's kind of.
I'm sure there's a mod.
But yeah, I remember seeing it and thinking that looks so bloody good.
Yes.
And they've kind of walked it back and said, it's going to be more for developers. I mean, Illumiroom was the one that... Was it Illumiroom? You know the one I mean?
Rob
No.
Cross.
No, the Illumiroom. Remember the Microsoft proof of concept? Where it's
yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Just where it extended out the TV... kind of a bit further, where it's like you could play Forza and it would go past the windscreen and like out, and so you can see the sides of the cars and stuff.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Question was VR.
All right.
Yeah. So we're rounding off this.
VR.
Yeah, HoloLens. Is there going to be apart from HoloLens? Will there be a Microsoft?
I've heard something about it, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be
VR.
Rumoured,
but I don't think anything solid has been.
Well, they're kind of partnered up with Oculus, aren't they? Because they got the Xbox One controllers bundled in with the Oculus now.
Yeah.
So I reckon they're
bring Oculus to Xbox.
Maybe they've done mods.
Can the Xbox hack the Oculus? Or?
I don't know. Yeah,
processing
entirely possible.
I don't see why not.
It depends on the games, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, because obviously they're running. It's like a sort of upscaled, isn't it? The games. From that sort of
I just genuinely didn't know.
So no, likewise. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Right now, here comes the part of the question that I'm going to just throw out there for a bit of fun.
Okay.
Let's say, for argument's sake, that Rob, our lovely email listener, takes the 300 quid and buys board games instead.
Okay.
What would you buy?
No, that's not for board games.
Missed opportunity, though.
Just having Peter Stormare eat the scenery as you go along. You've got 10 turns before there's nothing left to play in. Peter Stormare's eaten it all.
Well, it depends what he likes, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. That's true. Yeah. That's true of the conversation we were just having.
Okay.
45
I
minutes
like the fact the game box just says Peter Stormare included in every box. How?
This isn't even the Until Dawn game.
If you own an iPad or other tablet, Manchester Madness 2nd Edition is
the companion app thing.
Fucking outstanding.
Yeah, it really is good. So I'm just going to say, just pick 3 or 4 that you'd buy with the money.
Blood Bowl's already out. Why haven't you bought it?
Mental note for Brad. When he hears this episode back, he reminds himself.
No, I'm going to... For other board games, we're talking about recent releases, I guess.
A bit of everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
stuff you can get
if
cheap.
I'm thinking about the games we've played the most recently,
Of my favourite games that are in print and easy to buy.
Yeah.
Because some of my favourites are sadly out of print or quite expensive to obtain
Imperial
these
Or
days.
get more expensive in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
Get Fury of Dracula while you still can.
Yeah, Fury Dracula is very good.
That's good fun.
Yeah.
Imperial Assault.
Imperial Assault is very good. If you like HeroClix or Star Wars or role-playing games,
Or
Imperial
both, or all
Assault.
three.
Yeah,
All
Imperial
three
Assault is.
combined.
Imperial Assault. It comes with 2 play modes. You can either play it as like a HeroClix type skirmish mode, or you can play it as like a episodic RPG set in the Star Wars universe. And the minis are they're not badly priced actually.
They're all right.
Yeah,
Unless you're just chopping the arms off.
Yeah, I mean, for a single figure like Chewie or Obi-Wan, you're looking
Yeah.
at about £7.50 to a tenner, but
Sounds
that
right.
will come with add-on cards and scenarios in the pack
Yeah.
as well. For a squad of stormtroopers or something like an
Like 12 or
ATST, you're
something?
looking at about 15 normally,
Yeah.
if there are multiple figures. And again, those come with cards and scenarios and so
But there's plenty to play in
Yeah.
the base game anyway.
Yeah. Oh,
the base game will
would
keep you
entertained
occupied for a
ages,
while,
And then
yeah.
so if you enjoy it, you can obviously invest in the
excellent.
expansions or not. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Imperial Assault is very good. I'm always kind of sad it never found the same kind of reach X-Wing did.
I was about to say, actually, take 30 quid and buy an X-Wing.
Oh, you buy an
starter
X-Wing
set.
starter set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fun.
And then watch the rest of your money slowly descend into X-Wing
Yeah.
I can quit any time I
And
want.
Blood Bowl.
and HeroClix.
I can also quit any time. All right, maybe I can't get through that sentence.
Of my favourite games that were in print, Mansions of Madness 2nd edition, I think
It's
is
really fucking
so good.
We played it last weekend
It's
before
me,
last.
you, and Ian from Brick Fury.
Yes.
Played it, yeah.
Yeah, was it last weekend or the weekend before?
I've got a feeling it was a weekend before.
It's all blended in before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because last weekend I was sick as a dog. That's right.
Yeah,
And I've played it just the 2 of us.
yeah.
In fact, it was the weekend. It was Sunday before last
It
because
felt like
that
an
was the day I
RPG that
started
the computer
feeling.
was GMing.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I remember that. It was the Sunday before last because that was the day I started feeling rough. That's right. Yeah, but it made up for it because that game is so bloody good.
It's one,
Really
I'm still thinking about that game every now and again, wondering what we could have done differently.
Yeah, every now and then it sort of
Pops back in my head as just such a really good gaming experience.
From me, yeah, it doesn't so much pop in as like a what could I have done differently. I tend to just go back and go, man, that game was good.
Yeah, we'll play it again soon.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
Rob,
Rob, come over and play.
What else is there? I'm trying to think because there are a lot.
Yeah.
It's not like we're short of games.
Rebellion.
I still haven't played my.
If you're a Star Wars fan, Rebellion is.
And I played the original video game it was sort of loosely based on.
Yeah. Rebellion was my game of the year, and I honestly thought it came out in August. I called it and said it was game of the year, and then Manchester Madness 2 came out, and it's
Made it hard for
fucking close between those
you.
two.
Yeah, this is it.
I've not played Rebellion, although I have played
Yeah.
Mansion of Madness.
If you're a Marvel guy, Legendary's fun.
Yeah.
Or if you're a deck building guy, Legendary's fun.
I was going to say have they got DC Legendary?
DC have their own deck building
Oh,
guy.
of course they do. Yes.
Yeah, Legendary has Marvel, Alien, Predator, Firefly, and bizarrely, Big Trouble in Little China.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think any of us saw that one.
I don't think you quite understand the crackerjack timing involved in that.
Yeah.
Still can't quite get my head around that one. Had a few seconds. No.
But if you're a Big Trouble fan, the Big Trouble set
Sure.
stands alone and is great fun as
Yeah,
well.
fair
Yeah, it just works as a standalone very well.
Yeah. Okay. What else is there?
What are your favourite games, Blake?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, Ghostbusters is fun.
Yeah.
And
They got
It's
second
not a
one coming out
complex
relatively
game,
soon.
the second
but
one
it's
is
fun.
out May, June time.
Okay.
2017.
It's one of these easy to learn, difficult to master games.
It is so easy to teach and so easy, and it feels good. Busting feels good.
Yeah.
You're running around.
If it nails that one thing,
But what's so wonderful is the target numbers are ridiculous. It's like most of the time you're looking at 3 or 4 plus to hit on a D6, which obviously means you're missing 50% of the time.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating, but when you miss, the ghosts zoom around the board somewhere else. But also, actually, the Ghostbusters, for every $10,000 the Ghostbusters made, they cause $100,000 worth of damages.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
if that's what it works. If you're
it's thematic.
definitely play with the full complement of 4 or 5 players if you can, because and get all the Kickstarter stuff for free while it's still available as a download. I think it's on board.
I know it's a bit hard one to recommend.
That's
knowing
not dodgy. The publisher did release it.
No, that's fine.
It's a hard one knowing that that's coming out when the sequel's coming out soon, but next year.
The sequel is a standalone expansion.
So it is still worth
So play
getting
by
both.
itself.
It will play by itself, or you can combine the two. The first one will remain in print as well.
Yeah. Annoyingly, probably one of my favourite games is out of print, which is Gears of War.
Oh yeah, but it's out of print, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a good game though.
Yeah,
I only played it once. Need to play it
I'd
again.
like to play it again.
That's a really good game.
Yeah,
What are we doing now?
I have a similar game called Warfighter, which is a similar kind of engine, modern warfare.
Yeah,
and that's for great fun. But every time I play it, I go, I want to play Gears of War.
yeah, yeah. It is a good one. And actually, considering we were learning as we go, we actually got through like.
Got for the game in a good hour or so.
Yeah.
Hour and a half, 2 maybe.
Something like that. Yeah. It was an evening's worth.
It was an alright evening, and we played the mission, even though we got our heads around it. But
Yeah,
it didn't feel too slow either.
no, it's.
Because I played some games where I felt like,
decent
oh
pace.
god, I'm still getting my head around this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings living card game is fun if you like getting gud.
fair enough.
It's,
Yeah, I've heard
it's
good things about
about as hard as Bloodborne.
it. Okay.
Is War of the Ring still in print?
War of the Ring is certainly still in print. I don't know if it's readily available. It might be in between print runs, but it is still theoretically available.
Yeah, some stuff's weird like that. Like,
No, I know some games disappear
you-
off the face of the earth. That's
They
what I
go
was
ridiculous
sure.
prices on eBay for like 300 quid for a 15 card expansion pack, and then 3 months later it's back in print and the prices drop back down again.
you know, it's funny actually. On the subject, I had King of Tokyo, which is another fun game.
Oh yes, King of Tokyo is good.
I went through a phase of trying to get the expansions, and I couldn't find them anywhere. And I was looking them up on eBay, and I was sort of looking at them like, right, 25 quid seems to be the best I can get. And then I saw them in Waterstones for $11.99. And I was like, oh, they don't even know what they got. Brilliant. And I realised it's back in print, and actually that they were just freely available everywhere. So
Yeah,
on the plus side, they're freely available everywhere. So
Yeah,
I've got the other
totally.
ones shortly afterwards.
yeah.
But now they've got a reprinted version which combines all the original expansions as well, which is a piss up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But King of New York is supposed to be quite good as well, so I'm going to pick that up at some point.
Is that the new one that's coming out?
Yeah, it's a slightly new one. They got a King of Tokyo reprint, which includes the base game that we've played, and it also includes the Arctic Penguin character, which is one you used to only be able to get by playing tournaments.
Ah, okay.
Having said that, I don't know if the maybe expansions weren't in the.
So for 300 quid, are we saying Imperial Assault, Mansions of Madness,
That's under
King of
date.
Tokyo?
Based on recommended retail price, that's
So
180.
it's about 180. King of Tokyo, put pump ship.
205.
X-Wing
Yeah.
205. X-Wing will take you as about
225.
25, so call it 235.
Yeah, fine.
How much does that leave us left over?
65 quid.
65 quid.
Surely I'll get you a legendary pack.
That'll get you Fury of Dracula.
Or a legendary pack.
Yeah, oh, easily. Yeah.
Legendary pack's what, 30 quid?
Yeah, it's pretty standard, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, there's your Christmas
Legendary
list.
pack and
Oh,
then
wait. Do you know what else is 65 quid? Bang on.
gone.
Blood Bowl.
Done.
Oh, was it actually?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just assumed Games Workshop and it was like 80 quid.
Put that in your wallet and kiss it
I went
goodbye.
into Games Workshop to pre-order the Skaven team, 20 quid for a full team of 12 models plus balls and trophies. Yeah, that was the face I pulled as well.
Why? Since when did Games Workshop become sensible?
Since they wanted to get people like us back in.
Oh, right, I was gonna
Gamecast,
say.
legal disclaimers. As far as we're concerned, Games Workshop has always been sensible, maybe. Oh, no, wait, that's opinion, isn't it? Fuck you.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I've always thought, well, especially more recently, how overpriced they are, but obviously, especially when I saw like Warhammer Quest going for like.
I think it is generally considered amongst gamers that they have been a bit exploitative in terms of pricing
In the past.
Certainly over the past few years, and if this trend continues, it shows
Then
growth.
they get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
understand.
must.
They
They
must
must
really-
have lost a lot
it's-
of customers.
No, I don't know if they've lost a lot of customers, but I think that they are being surrounded by two very successful miniatures games, both in terms of what Mantic produces and X-Wing is seriously undercutting them and exceptionally popular.
Yes. And with good reason. It's bloody
Yeah.
marvellous.
It is. But,
Yeah, it seems great.
you know, if you can buy a ship for 10-15 quid,
Yeah.
and I don't know how much a tank would go for in 40k, but it could be like 40 quid
Yeah,
these
something
days.
like that.
So yeah, and that's why then it basically Games Workshop being clever, and they're going to have to be competitive.
And also, I'm old school. You're paying 50 quid for plastic. For God's sake.
Oh, these plastic minis are so much better than metal, though.
Yeah, but
And they are better nowadays than they
picking
were.
up a dreadnought still feels weird.
I know what you mean. I would weight it down.
Yeah, I'd have to put some like blue tack on it or something. I don't know.
Does it not feel weird picking up a plastic dreadnought regardless?
And when
You are
Dreadnought
grown.
was,
When I played it, dreadnoughts were like made of
they
lead.
were solid lead. Yeah,
They were solid
about the
lead
size
and
of
real
it.
weighty.
I know.
You
I
could kill
meant
someone
more
with
because you're a grown man.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. You're
Yeah.
a grown man. You have.
I'm a big baby. I'm yet to
Yeah.
evolve into my final form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be Mickey Rourke for all I fucking
Yeah.
know.
So ultimately, I think we're saying don't buy a PS4 or an Xbox, just buy below board games.
Well, no, this was just a speculative thing.
Oh, okay.
And we know very little about the Switch.
I like the look. Like I say, I like the look of it. I think it looks cool.
All I'll say,
Yeah, it looks
is,
cool, but I still think the jury's out on that one.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
We need more detail.
It sounds fine in principle. It doesn't interest me personally.
Fair enough. Right, so let's go back. Let's just recap very briefly to round up.
Recapping.
So
There's a jingle.
we said stick with the originals for the consoles if you're going to buy one.
Universally, that's what we said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you got the setup to be worthwhile.
Even then.
Well, maybe with the Xbox, I think there's not much.
But then
of a
again,
price
I think
difference for
if you have the setups that they require, I'm beginning to think money's not really an object. So £70 you might as well get the nicer one.
buy the other one, you rich bastard.
And Blood Bowl.
Moving on.
Then buy Blood Bowl from PS4.
So we're saying backwards compatibility.
And never play the box game, just play online.
Backwards compatibility was saying it's cool to have, but not really essential.
Mm-hmm.
VR, cool to have, but not really
we're all
essential.
kind of not yet.
And the board game question, we gave you a few good ones. So.
Yeah. Ultimately, I think you need to... Choosing a console, I think, much as we joke about it and we get a bit trollistic for the sake of comedy about it, because, the Xbox is fine, you like PS4 fine, you own both. I play it for the joke because we have that PS4 little faggot gag running. To me, it's a pointless thing to argue about.
Yeah, sure. But then at the same time, that's never stopped us before.
No, exactly. But just to clear the decks, I'm not being a PS4 fanboy. I'm playing it up.
No,
yeah.
I love the PS4 and the Xbox, so
I would say it'd be very personal. One thing I would say is a very good idea is if you can try holding a pad.
That helps a lot.
If you get the chance, even if they've got like a demo station and want it in an in-store shop or something, just try holding a pad, see which you feel more comfortable with.
Yeah.
And it sounds ridiculous, but also think what's going to look good next to your TV because you're going to see it every day.
True.
And the consoles are that.
The answer is they're both fucking ugly.
No, the consoles are that close, though. Something like that can be a deciding factor.
Yeah, sure. No, it's true. The pad, like I said, I
definitely
agree
try holding the pad.
Yes.
Look at the games that are out for it. Look at what sort of games you like playing, and ultimately go for the one that has Peter Stormare in it.
Which, to be fair, is not many.
To be fair, if you haven't played Until Dawn, and I know, considering how much I was badgered, play Until Dawn. It's great.
I don't think you could ever be under the impression that you haven't played Until Dawn. All the way through, you'd just be like, "This fucking shut up."
Yeah.
When I
you had
finished
four people on you by the end.
Yeah.
One of them hadn't even played it.
What? Yeah. One that annoyed me is I finished it, and then Brad said, "Play it again."
To be fair, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My game of the year.
I possibly will buy my own copy.
Fuck, that's what I'm going to go for this year. It's been a weird year.
Ideally, invite yourself around Peter Stormare's house and play Blood Bowl with him.
Wait, what? Where did this come from?
I thought you should have just ended the episode there.
I haven't done the social media.
Just be like, cut.
I haven't done the social media stuff yet.
No, I'm joking.
No, but Brad's absolutely right. The pad is a big deal.
Well, no, if you don't like the PS4 pad, that's going to decide you right.
That helps.
Well, no, it's not, because Until Dawn's going to be a factor that goes over the pad. You can put up with a crappy pad for Until Dawn.
I like
the
PS4 pad. I think
if you can put up with the DualShock 3, you can put up with the DualShock 4 for Until Dawn. So
yeah, exactly.
I actually really like the DualShock 4.
DualShock 4? Yeah, I like it fine.
Yeah,
that's the current PS4 one, isn't it? With the trackpad. Yeah.
I'd probably make the trackpad smaller if it was me, but that's just because I
have my thumb sometimes touches it, and in games like Far Cry, for example, that can set off the weapon wheel.
Or if you've got to hold it really still during the game of Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Which is a really good game and worth considering.
All right. I saved the cheerleader, thank you very much.
Spoilers. No, wait, it depends how you play it.
Yeah, spoilers are weird for a choose your own adventure.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if it was Heroes, I saved the world.
But the real winner was Peter Stormare.
To be fair.
At Blood Bowl, weirdly.
He's got a really good buddy-off team, doesn't he?
So, the advice is play a pad.
And buy Blood Bowl.
Buy Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
Which will be out by the time this goes live.
Yeah.
So enjoy that.
Yeah.
Enjoy your game of Blood Bowl, Rob. So thanks for emailing in. Sorry we've really dismissed your questions by talking about shit that interests us. But, to be fair...
That's what people listen to this show for.
You've listened to this far.
Yeah.
You've listened this far. iTunes doesn't lie. So whatever. You rich bastard. Buy the lot.
Yeah.
So anyway... Joking aside, it's all down to preference. It's down to what kind of games you want to play. Feel free to engage with us on social media if you want to get more detailed opinions on these things. Maybe even in the comments of this when it goes live on Facebook. And you can find this on Facebook at Emotionally14. There's a website, emotionally14.com. We're on Emotionally14 on Twitter. We've got full episodes of the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube. We've also got the sister podcast, The Crazy Train, which is where we talk about anything that's not related to games, although it sometimes creeps in. So get on board, and this is how you can do so. So guys, where can people find you in between shows on social media?
At work.
You can find me on Twitter at FuckSaveBlake, or my PSN ID of rancid_stain. If you fancy playing a game, but as I said, I'm not a massive multiplayer gamer. But
if you want to watch and see what he's playing and go, is that any good? And he never replies back to say yes or no.
Who the fuck are you? Stop talking to me.
You're that guy.
If you message me on PSN, I would respond, even if it takes a while. But yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I can't remember what my Xbox Live ID is off the top of my head.
Is it Kane Bugbear?
I think so. Yeah.
With a K.
Yeah.
K-A-I-N. Bugbear.
Yeah, it's pretty much my character in every single role playing game.
I would say
except that game when I had to be Geralt of Rivia.
That's better than the name I use in every game.
Yes, it is.
Horse rape.
And to be fair, it's only because Mrs. Bitch wasn't allowed, right?
Well, it started off from Morrowind, because I was like, oh, how long? Because I realised that your name could be quite long in that game. So I actually walked around being called Kane Bugbear, Consumer of Souls.
Nice.
My proudest achievement in Morrowind was maxing out my pickpocket skill. And so I could actually steal people's clothes while they were wearing them. And if you could dig up my old Xbox and take my hard drive out and somehow access it, somewhere in Morrowind there's a village where the only person who has any trousers is the pawnbroker.
Brad, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on @RealBradHB on Twitter and on Instagram, where you can search Brad Harmer Barnes. On Facebook, I also run a gaming article at suppressing-fire.com, where we do mostly tabletop stuff. If you want to start doing video game stuff as well, let us know. We're always open to doing new stuff as well. I have a PSN ID, is NBRBH. That's November Bravo Romeo Bravo Hotel.
I'm surprised I let you on the character. Oh, I see. It's phonetic alphabet. Got it. So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RobWadeVision. I'm on Xbox, PSN, and every other type of service as Shade Saber, which is Shade S-A-B-E-R. Yeah. You can also find my YouTube show, The Toy Box, on the E14 YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/c/emotionally14, which I've just forgotten the social media roundup, so I've done it again.
Is it worth us starting a Tumblr to try and bring the system down from within?
Maybe.
peterstormare.tumblr.
That'll show them. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to rate, review, and share, and subscribe on iTunes, YouTube.
We are banging 5 stars at the moment.
We are on a 5-star average. Do not disappoint us, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Buy a PS4, lol faggot.
Bubble bubble.